Greetings from the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano, where the Motogp race is about to begin. The weather is great and the temperature is perfect for racing, so we're just waiting to find out which riders have opted for hard tyres and which riders have opted for soft. We're live from the starting grid, where the cameras are lingering on the favourite riders for today. A few minutes to go and finally the spectacle will begin.
Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we're on MotoGP 18 again for another 2019 mod video. And today we are at Misano playing as Morbidelli because somebody requested Misano at Mugello. Morbidelli at Mugello. Getting my M's mixed up, my M words mixed up there. But I did that Mugello video with Belega not too long ago, so I decided against that. I thought Morbidelli, yes, I can use him, but I'll do the other Italian track, where, yes, technically it's in San Marino, but we all know it's just the Italian Grand Prix Mark II. Although, it's going to be basically just as hard as it used to be on Mugello to carve through, because I used to be really crap at Mugello, but at this track, I'm also, one, quite crap at it, and two, the AI like to form barricades. So what I mean by that is, in the first sector it's quite tight, and there's definitely ideal lines for overtaking. The AI just block half the track, so you can't really take them anyway, so you have to try and get as many as you can when you can get the opportunity to pass them, which is quite a dangerous thing, because the AI brake very early, so hopefully it goes pretty well. But you never know. You never know. Obviously, we have got the an M1. I mean, it sounds like a Ducati, but you know, I already went over that in the last video. And we've seen that that bike is pretty good. We saw the last video. Obviously, managed to pull off a pretty decent 5-man overtake. If I do say so myself, it's a pretty good move. Hopefully we can do more of the same, but they're not really that bad at any section, except actually the section we're coming through now, the quick right-handers. The first quick right-hander, they're pretty piss poor. The second one, they're even worse. They break through like corners where you like lift slightly, so it's quite dangerous, especially on the opening lap. You just basically have to slam the brakes on, and you got to try and pick them off, because that's where they're really slow, so you've really got to try and get them.
Have taken their places on the starting grid. Riders are deep in concentration with just a few seconds to go until the San Marino Grand Prix begins.
Yes, just a few seconds. We're waiting for the lights to come on. The lights are on. We've got the clutch pulled in. We're revving out first gear. We're waiting for the lights to go out. Lights out, a bit of a lag, but now we're away from the line. I pulled alongside Abraham and Nakagami already. A bit of a screen freeze, couple of screen freezes there. Not too good. Disappointing work from Milestone there, but as we go into turn 1, we're trying to get round the outside of Tito Rabat. Oh, Oliveira looked at the inside, but we couldn't quite do he couldn't quite do anything about it. We're now behind Bagnaia. Now it's Rabat again. Now it's Quartararo. Now it's Rabat. They keep swapping the three in front of us, but we're going up the inside. After the three of them, lots of the are going wide, so we've now ran up the inside of a few of them. There's Pol Espargaro right behind us. We've been hit a bit wide by Petrucci and Espargaro. Now Quartararo's back at the inside, and we're behind Rins. No, Quartararo's gone slow, so we're past him now, but we're still behind Rins. Rins has hit us a little bit there as we go flying down the straight. On the brakes, we've hit Espargaro at the back a little bit. We've been forced wide once again, so we're still down in 14th position, so it's been a pretty hectic start. As I said, you've seen a good example of the barricades. Not too bad on this attempt, but all these other Pol Espargaro, we've touched him a little bit, he's down, so apologies for that, but we're all these other Rins, and now at the start of the other Suzuki and Lorenzo. So there was a Mir and Lorenzo on the outside. We pushed them a bit wide and we got through them, but now we're behind Petrucci. And there he goes, you see, he's going defensive, and again, he's going really slow, so we've got the inside of him. We got the inside of Miller as well. We had to cut the corner there to avoid Miller because he started turning in on us. So now at the inside of Zarco as well. So up into P6 already, and the Crutchler's gone on the inside really wide, really tight. So now up to 5th, up to 4th. 5 on the inside of Marcus and Rossi, and we're up to 2nd position already. An amazing, amazing middle sector. Well, 3rd sector. Actually, I suppose it goes into the 4th. The 3rd and 4th sector were pretty good there, pretty optimal for taking positions. So we're doing 33.7 on the end of that for the opening lap, with 7.5 tenths behind Dovizioso, who actually got pole in this race. And he's the one we have to catch instead of Marquez. I mean, the script is real, but with a different rider this time. What's happening? So Lorenzo's now 17th. I believe in the background him and Miller have had contact. But you can never really be too sure. But now Rossi's behind us, and we're still 7/10 behind Dovizioso. We've not taken much of a bite out of his lead as we fly down this straight once again. Obviously, we had a bit of contact and we got pushed around a bit, but into that corner name, we are still trying to catch up to Dovizioso. Petrucci now passes Marquez, so Rossi has got a gap between him and the guy that apparently he's scared of, if you remember what he said back in Argentina. That's probably tactics, but whatever. Lorenzo's now back up to 13th past Rabat. Bagnaia past Nakagami. We are still trying to close up. Here comes the section where it probably goes up a lot on Dovizioso. We've messed up our corner, we've gone off the track a little bit, so not too good. But you can see we've got really close to Dovizioso now. He's going really tight, we've ran a bit wide. Are we going to have an attack into his right-hander? No, not quite, but we're now only 1/10 behind. We've got 1.1 second lead to Valentino Rossi in 3rd position. Vinales and Crutchlow having a battle over 10th position. And Zarco's now got past Rins as well, so lots of overtakes going on. Quattro past Rabat, but now we need... Oh, we've ran wide through the Misano corner. That's not good. That's given Dovi a good amount of lead. That doesn't really make sense, but 28.0 by Dovi. We've done a 27.7, so that's going to be a quicker lap. Yes, there you go. Fastest lap's popped up now. But the first sector is a hard sector to gain time on. You really don't want to be in front going into Rio because they will hit you at the back. Trust me, I know. But we close up to Dovizioso. He's ran a bit wide through Rio there. Trying to close up to the back. It's the second time we followed him through there, but we are much closer than we were last lap. Through turn 6 now on the throttle, running right out to the edge of the curve. We're only 3/10 behind now, so we'll probably be able to make an attack in the last sector, especially if we can close up. We're hard on the brakes and let's go out the front. God, Dovi's down! Dovi's down, and we've almost fallen off as well because we followed him in. The Dovi's took the front on his Despedici GP19 there. So sorry for shouting, but it's pretty intense. So we've ran wide now to Tomonto. We've only got a second lead over Rossi. Well, it's actually quite a safe cushion considering there's a sector that they are pretty much suck at. So we've just got to bring the bike home now for a victory. And we really tried not to bring it home there, didn't we? Let's be real. That's my least favourite corner on the circuit, if you didn't know. Because I always turn in too early and die. But Rins has now passed Crutchlow, but Crutchlow's repassed Rins. But who cares about them? We're going through Caro now. We've got still a 1 second lead to Rossi, so yeah, we did not gain through the sector where I've been calling them terrible. Bagnaia's past Nakagami. Nakagami's past Bagnaia, but who cares? We go through the last corner. Misano corner running right out onto the green stuff. Up towards the line. It's going to be a victory yet again for the Petronas Sprinter Racing team. Although that's not actually what they're called, is it? Petronas Yamaha SRT. That's what they're called. We won by 9/10 of a second to Valentino Rossi and 1.1 to Marc Marquez. So, pretty good race there. Pretty good. Really enjoyed it. Obviously, Dovi fell off on the last lap. You know, pretty dramatic because it was going to be probably quite a close showdown, but it kind of spoiled it. But I hope you enjoyed that race. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I shall see you in the next one.
We are picking up again live from the track, where the top 3 riders have just arrived on the podium for the award ceremony. Each Grand Prix makes its own story, but these guys will definitely be ones to keep an eye on in races to come.